Well, good day, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino RHino Beer Review. Today we have a special beer. This beer is from the boys at the Brew Box. So this is right here. This is Session Gose. So Session Gose is from the Local 7. The Local 7 is a collaborative group of Toronto-based craft beer bars. We are the Old Spot, Say What, Bryden's, WVRS, Bar Hop, The Only Cafe, and Bar Volo. Now back here it has who made the malt, who made the bottles, the hops. It was brewed at Stack Brewing. And ingredients are water, hops, malted barley, ale yeast, lacto, coriander, and salt. So, let's pop her open. I'm worried she's going to blow because I did Weiss roll this. This came in the June edition of the Brew Box. So let's grab our beautiful, beautiful Super Thistle. Now, the June edition of the Brew Box did come with 2 of these, so I was aware that there was a good deal of sediment in the bottle. I am supposing I didn't Weiss roll it very well. A few water spots on the glass, but that's not bad at all. There's that beautiful white head. Listen to that snap, crackle, pop. Beer is a nice straw color. A little bit of haze on it. Give this a little shake up. Pour a little more in. So ABV is 4.2% alcohol. So yeah, we are a Session Gose for sure. This was made for Session Toronto, but it's a play on words because it's a session beer at 4.2% alcohol. Looks beautiful. Let's give her a sniff. You get the coriander. You get just a nice sweet scent off the malt. And the lacto does give off that slightly sour, slightly pungently sour scent. Basically, smells like a sour wheat beer, which is what it should smell like. Let's try it. Cheers. Oh. That is a very nice Gose. Very nice Gose. Very, very... It's very cereal grainy. I wouldn't say I'm actually getting malted barley as much as I'd be getting almost like wheat and rye, because it's drying out my palate. It's leaving a very grainy, very straw-like essence along the tongue. The saltiness, very, very subtle. Just a slight bit of saltiness at the background, slightly replenishing your salt content. You know what? This is like Sleeman Lift. It's for the performance. The performance-seeking people. It's replenishing my electrolytes. Yeah, slight saltiness on the background, which just cuts that sourness because the lacto is giving a nice sour tinge across the entire tongue. The sour mixed with the salt, mixed with the greeniness, does kind of give it almost a barnyard-like taste, sort of like some of those saisons that come out. All in all, though, it's a very nice beer. If you're not a fan of Goses, it's nice because it's not as sour as a lot of Goses, and it's not as salty as some Goses. It's basically in the middle. It's a toned down Gose from what you would get from some of the American breweries, and it's slightly toned up from some of the German export Goses, which is a nice thing too, because some of them are just nothing. This kind of reminds me of Opa's Gose from Bose, in that it is a nice mixture of sour and salty. Also, it does kind of remind me of a less sour version of the Anderson Valley Gose. Oh, there we go. It's weird that that happened because this is very soft, not all that much carbonation, but that burp was just fermenting right there in the stomach. There's not much more to say, really. If you do have a bottle that's sitting around that you haven't drank by the time I post this, I'm amazed that you haven't, because this was bottled April 27th. It was sent out in the June brew box, so it's right now near the end of June. It's like June 25th. So, I mean, it's 3 weeks since they sent it to me, and it was already a month and a half old by then. I'd be amazed if anyone's still sitting on it, but if you are, make sure to Weiss roll it, and just sit back and enjoy it. You know what, it's a big bottle, share it with a friend, but Weiss roll it pretty good first so that you both get the same amount of sediment. But it is a nice bottle. If this was a bottle that was sold, and it was like $10, I don't know what it would be. I'm going to say if this was about $9.95 a bottle, I would jump on this all the time. If it was over that, I might still buy it, but I don't know. I know they're harder to make because lacto doesn't always do what you want it to do, so it probably would be a more expensive bottle. I would guess somewhere in the 12 to 13 range, but would I pay that? I don't know, to be honest with you. But again, if it was in the $10 range, I'd jump on it every time I saw it. I'm going to give this an 8.5 out of 10. I really enjoy this Gose. Yeah. Cheers, guys. Thank you, Brewbox. Thank you, Local 7. Bye-bye.